You ever see those YouTube channels that just seem to explode out of nowhere? We're talking millions of subscribers, massive views, and it feels like it happened overnight? Well, it turns out it's usually not luck. It's a very specific AI-driven formula. And today, we're going to break down that exact playbook.
Just to give you an idea of the scale we're talking about, here's a number for you. 1.6 million. That's how many subscribers a brand new channel making nothing but Roblox shorts managed to get. But the number itself isn't even the craziest part.
Yep, they did all of that in one single month. This is a perfect example of how the new YouTube algorithm can take a channel from zero to hero at a truly insane speed. We're not talking about slow, steady growth anymore. This is more like an algorithmic wildfire.
Okay, subscribers are great, but what about the money, right? Well, this formula isn't just for show. $10,000. That's how much one creator reported earning. And the really surprising part? It was from a single video.
And get this, it wasn't some huge production or a personality-driven vlog. It was a simple, 8-minute, completely faceless video. The creator never once showed their face. AI did almost all of the heavy lifting. So that brings us to the big question, doesn't it? How? How are creators using artificial intelligence to pull off these almost unbelievable results? Well, we're about to pull back the curtain and show you exactly how it's done. So, what is this secret sauce? Well, the big idea here is that there's a repeatable formula behind all of this. It's a system that a lot of content gurus hints at, but they usually save the real details for their expensive courses. We're going to give you those details right now.
And this quote from one of our sources just says it all, right? This strategy isn't some kind of magic. It's just a series of very deliberate steps that anyone can learn and, more importantly, replicate.
All right, let's deconstruct that formula. We're going to walk you through the exact 5-step process these creators are using to turn a simple idea into a potentially viral AI-generated YouTube video. Here it is. This is the roadmap for the viral machine. First, you've got to find an idea that's already proven to work. Then, you use AI to generate a script that's designed to hook people instantly. After that, you create a realistic voiceover, find the right visuals, and finally, edit the whole thing together with one single goal in mind, making it go viral.
So step 1 is all about playing smart, not necessarily hard. You're not trying to reinvent the wheel. The method involves using a private browser to see what YouTube is recommending to new users, and then you basically spy on the top channels in any given niche. The goal is simple. Find out what people are already obsessed with.
Now, step 2, the script. This is where the AI really gets put to work with very specific instructions. If you just ask ChatGPT for a script, you're going to get that classic, boring, "Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel," intro. No good. But if you feed the AI a specific formula, one that demands a powerful, can't-look-away hook in the first 30 seconds, the result is something way more compelling. All right, step 3 is the audio. And let me tell you, the days of those clunky, robotic computer voices are long gone. Tools like 11 Labs can generate voiceovers that are so realistic, so human-sounding, it's honestly kind of hard to tell it's not a real person. You can pick the accent, the gender, the vocal style, everything you need to match your channel's vibe. Step 4 is all about visuals, and this really shows how flexible the formula is. As you can see here, it's not a one-size-fits-all approach. For a psychology channel, you might just use simple icons and stick figures. But for an abandoned places niche, you're using these crazy hyper-realistic AI images. For Roblox, it's gameplay with an AI face cam. The point is, the type of visual is chosen systematically to fit the topic. And finally, step 5, the edit. And you don't need to be a Hollywood pro or have expensive software for this. The whole process is built around free tools like CapCut. The focus is on creating a high-retention video. That means cutting out every single millisecond of dead air, adding auto captions so people can watch on mute, and syncing your visuals perfectly with the script to keep people's eyes glued to the screen. Okay, so that's the how. We've seen the 5 steps, but why is this formula so incredibly effective? Well, it's not just about gaming the system. It's about a deep understanding of both human psychology and the YouTube algorithm. A huge part of this is that it taps directly into our brains. For instance, those psychology channels use self-diagnosis titles like "Signs You're a Genius." That's a direct hit on our ego and curiosity. We have to click. The Abandoned Places channels create confusion. You see these hyper-realistic images and you stop and think, wait a second, is that real? Each hook is designed to make the video feel personal and absolutely irresistible.
And for YouTube Shorts, there's another brilliant, almost sneaky trick they use: looping content. They design the video so that the very last frame flows perfectly back into the first one. A lot of the time, you'll watch it 2 or 3 times before you even realize it's a loop. This massively inflates the watch time, which signals to the algorithm that this is a super engaging video, and it just pushes it out to more and more people.
Beyond the psychological tricks, there's a really smart financial strategy here. It's not just about getting views, it's about getting valuable views. Just look at this chart. The RPM, that's the revenue per 1,000 views, is wildly different depending on the niche. An entertainment channel might make a few bucks per 1,000 views, but a finance or crypto channel, we're talking 10, 20, even 50 times more for the exact same number of views. It's about picking the right sandbox to play in.
So what does this all mean? Where is all of this heading for platforms like YouTube? Because this formula, it's not just a passing trend. It really points to a major shift in how online content gets made and what it actually takes to be successful.
So if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's that virality is becoming less like a lottery ticket and more like a science. This repeatable, AI-driven formula is basically democratizing the whole process. It's making it possible for pretty much anyone with the right tools and the right know-how to create content that can reach millions of people.
And that leaves us with one last, kind of big question to chew on. As these formulas get more popular and the AI tools get even more powerful, what does that mean for human creativity? When a successful video can just be reverse engineered and automated, what's the new role for the creator?